Hello students, in today's video we are going to discuss about types of functions. Before watching this video, make sure that you have watched my previous video on concepts of function. Before we go in detail to the types of functions, let us recall the basic definition of functions. What is a function? A function is a relation in which each element in the domain is mapped to exactly one element in the range. Have a look at this arrow diagram. Elements of set A are mapped to set B. A is called the domain of the function f, B is called the codomain. And if x1 n1 is an f, then we write f of x1 as n1, then n1 is called the image and x1 is called as the pre-image. And f of x1 is called the value of f at x1. These concepts are explained in my previous video. Now let us consider this example. Let A represent people having Aadhaar numbers and set B represent Aadhaar numbers. F be a mapping from a person to his Aadhaar number. Aadhaar number is unique identification number. Now, can a person have multiple Aadhaar numbers? Is it possible? No. Can many people have the same Aadhaar number? No. Different people will have different Aadhaar numbers. This mapping is a function in which people become pre-images and Aadhaar number become images. Each and every number has a unique pre-image. No Aadhaar number should be left unlinked to a person. So, in this function, we observe two special qualities of a function. What are they? The images of different elements of A under the function f are different. That's the first quality. Second, every element of B is the image of some element of A under f. That means nothing is left out in B. Every element in B is related to some element in A. So these are the two special qualities we observed. Now we'll move on to another example. This is like a simple puzzle. Ask your friend to think of an integer from -5 to 5. I have taken a very simple example and perform the following operations on that number. Multiply the number by 8. Add 1 to the product. Now, ask your friend for the final result. Suppose your friend gives you the answer 41. How do you identify the number that your friend started out? So, to find the original number, we have to reverse the process. That means we have to undo the first rule. How do we do that? We have to go in reverse. Your friend gave the output 41. So subtract 1. So you get 40. There you multiplied by 8. So here divide by 8. The reverse operation is divide. So divide by 8 you get 5. So the original number is 5. Suppose the output given by a friend is -31. How do you find the original number? -31 minus 1 minus 32 divided by 8, that is equal to -4. So the original number is -4. Generalize this rule and write as a function. Take the original number as x and write the process like f of x is equal to 8x plus 1. Now all possible values that x can take is called as a domain. So in this case we told a friend to think of an integer from -5 to +5. So that is a domain in this case. What about the range of this function? Now to find the range, let us see this spreadsheet. The function is 8x plus 1 and we have taken x as -5 to +5. So that is the domain of this function. So f of x will take the values -39 to 41. So x is the domain and f of x is the range. Now to find the original number, we have a new function x minus 1 by 8, where x is from the range, that is x is from minus 39 to 41. So when you substitute minus 39 to 41, we get g of x as the original number minus 5 to plus 5. Suppose your friend gives you an answer 42 or 44, some even number. What will you do? How do you find the original number? The rule is the output you have to subtract 1 and divide by 8. So the output given by a friend is 42. Subtract 41 by 8. You will not get an integer as an answer. So where did you go wrong? The reason is your friend maybe tried to fool you, or he would have made an error. So to find the original number, the range should be equal to the codomain. That means elements in the range can only be related to the original number. That means range is equal to the codomain. The original function f of x is 8x plus 1. Put 8x plus 1 as y. So x is equal to y minus 1 by 8. Replace y by x. We get a new function f inverse of x is equal to x minus 1 by 8. This is called as the inverse of the function f of x. We just now saw one important condition, that f inverse exists only if range is equal to the codomain. Now let us move on to another example. Think of an integer from minus 5 to 5. That means we are taking the same domain. Square the number and add 3 to it. Suppose the output is 19. What is the original number? How do you find that original number now? So we have to reverse the process. That is, from 19 we have to subtract 3, 16. We have to find root of 16. Because we have squared the number, the reverse process of square is square root. So root of 16 is 4. Now let us check, is 4 the original number? To check that, we'll go to the spreadsheet once again. So in this spreadsheet, let us name the new function as h of x. So h of x is equal to x square plus 3. You can see that when you square the number, for example minus 5 the whole square plus 3 gives you 28. The output given by a friend is 19. You can see here 19 occurs twice. Minus 4 gives you the output 19. Plus 4 also gives you the output 19. So which is the original number? So let us name x1 as minus 4 and x2 as plus 4. So two different values, but the output is the same. So which one to choose when we go back to find the original number? So to find the original number, different values cannot have the same image. Different values should have different images. So that is the second condition to find the inverse of an element. What are the two properties we learned to find the original number? Distinct elements in the domain cannot have the same image. That means distinct elements should have distinct images. Second thing, codomain should be equal to the range. That means all the elements in set B should be related to some elements in set A. These observations lead to three important definitions, that is injective, surjective and bijective functions. A function is said to be one-to-one or injective if distinct elements of x under f gives distinct images. Otherwise it is called many-to-one. Second definition, a function is said to be onto or surjective if every element of y is the image of some element of x. That is, every element in the set y is related to some element in the set x. And if the function is not onto, it is sometimes called as into function. Now, if a function is one-to-one and onto, that is, if a function is injective and surjective, then the function is called as a bijective function. If a function is bijective, then the function is invertible. That means f inverse exists. Similarly, if f is invertible, then the function f will be bijective. We will learn about invertible functions in the upcoming videos. Two important results: if A and B are two sets with m and n elements, there is a bijection from A to B if and only if m is equal to n. There is no bijection from A to B if and only if m is not equal to n. Now have a look at these examples. First one is 1-to-1 and onto, because distinct elements have distinct images and codomain is equal to the range. Second one is many-to-one and into function. It is into because codomain is not equal to the range. The third one, it is not 1-to-1, so it is many-to-one, but codomain is equal to the range, therefore it is onto. The last one is 1-to-1 and into. It is into because codomain is not equal to the range. Now this is 1-to-1 and onto function because distinct elements have distinct images and codomain is equal to the range. Now we will change this and remove one arrow from here. What will happen to this mapping? This is not even a function now because the element x5 has no image in y. What about this? It is a 1-to-1 and not an onto function. It is an into function. It is 1-to-1 because distinct elements have distinct images. It is not onto because codomain is not equal to the range. What about this function? It is not 1-to-1 because many elements have the same image. x2 and x3 have y3 as the image. It is not an onto function because codomain is not equal to the range. So it is an into function and many-to-one. What about this? Once again, it is not a 1-to-1 function because many elements have the same image, and it is an onto function because codomain is equal to the range. So it is a many-to-one onto function. What about this? Is it a function? This mapping is not even a function because x4 has two images. So it is not a function. What about this? This is a many-to-one function. Many elements have the same image or distinct elements have the same image. So it is not a 1-to-1 function. So it is many-to-one. It is an into function because the codomain is not equal to the range. It is not an onto function. What about this? This is 1-to-1 because distinct elements have distinct images. It is onto also because the codomain is equal to the range. Codomain is y1, y2, y3, y5. Range is also the same. So it is a 1-to-1 onto function, that is bijective function. This is also a bijective function. So 1-to-1 and onto. Thank you.